today we are going to talk about tornado. Tornado is one of the severe weather that we are going to learn about. Tornado is a swirling winds, but this wind is very fast. It's rapidly spinning column of air that touch the ground. It comes close to the ground. It's just spin and very quickly as it circles. The tornado has vortex. Vortex is the strongest point of the wind in the tornado. It's the center of the tornado. As we said, it's actually similar to water draining in the sink. I think most of you just try it today. Open the tap water and just look how they are draining inside the sink. It's like tornado. And the vortex, it's the point inside it. Now, the tornado is...
Teacher, I see this in the menu. Sometimes in the sink, I open the sink and I see a bigger tornado.
Okay. Teacher, but what happens if the tornado hits a water on the ocean?
It will make I think we call this, it's the wave will come close to the make high waves, and this wave will cover the beach and all the coastline that is near to the ocean. Please mute your mic, darling. Rima, darling, mute your mic. Now, tornado can be strong, faster, and more powerful than hurricane. It causes huge destructions. Trees can be removed from root, and the vehicles are thrown very far. Actually, tornado is very difficult to be predicted. What that mean? Yesterday we didn't highlight, so we will highlight now. Let's see. We say tornado form when warm, moist air just meets with cool and dry air. Again, they are opposite in everything. They meet together. Warm, moist air just raises high, while cold and dry air just sink down. So they meet each other and they form this swirling winds. The tornado is very strong winds, and the speed, it's about 311 miles per hour. I say the speed, it's very fast. Like if you want to go from Dammam to Riyadh within 1 hour, it's very fast. Let's compare and contrast between the hurricane and the tornado. I will start. The hurricane is strong winds, and the tornado also strong wind, but the tornado is stronger than the hurricane. The hurricane is at least, we said, 74 miles per hour, while in tornado 311 miles. So a tornado is stronger than the hurricane. Now let's watch this video, how the hurricane forms. Then we are going to continue this one. Here I have a tornado. We said it's maybe last for hours. If you remember, the hurricane maybe last for a week, and it's main miles, 300 miles per hour. It's very fast. So what is it? How does it form? Here I have, when I say two kind of different air masses. Here, the hot and moist, they start to spin and move, raises high. While cold here, for example, I have this one. This is the hot and moist air are going raises high, while the cold and the dry air are going down. So in the middle of them, I have the strongest point of this wind. We call this one the vortex. And it starts up and it starts to reach to the ground. That's why it's dangerous. If it's only in the sky, it's not dangerous. But actually, look, it's just spinning until it reaches the ground, and it can take everything, like destroy homes, trees, vehicles, everything. But unfortunately, it's difficult to be predict or forecast that hurricane is coming, a tornado are coming. It's opposite of hurricane. Hurricane, if you remember, we said that meteorologists can use computer models. They use satellites. They use their knowledge, special plans. So, and they let special planes just to to the hurricane and take pictures and to predict what will happen and the direction of the wind and the speed of the wind. Why? In tornado, it's complicated to predict. It's difficult to forecast or predict when it happens. Meteorologists use satellites and radars to take pictures and to know also things. So they use Doppler radar. They use Doppler radar. They use Doppler radar. Rima, please mute your mic, darling. They use Doppler radar to know the directions and the speed of the wind. The direction and the speed of the wind. We call this one Doppler radar. Tornado, because it's difficult to forecast, but they know when it will happen. When they know, so you don't have much time to help people to be aware and take their emergency plans. So you have in tornado.
But
you have
yes. Can there be 2 tornadoes in the country?
I didn't get your answer, darling. Your question, darling.
When there is a hurricane,
okay,
and a country, can there be 2 tornadoes, like one there and one there?
Maybe, but it's rare.
Teacher, in a movie, I see 2 small hurricanes join together and make a big hurricane. It destroys all of the country.
Oh my gosh.
Hurricanes, darling, we are going to discuss later, but hurricanes
tornadoes, not
over oceans. Maybe
it's not hurricane.
Maybe if air masses just come meet to each other, they form tornadoes. Let's
Teacher, what happens if tornado and tornado touch each other? What will happen?
It's rarely, darling. It's it's occur only in one place because it's very large and it's not small. So it's rare to came 2 hurricanes or 2 tornadoes together. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, darling. So I say in hurricane, we can predict. So we have been before. Excuse me.
Yes.
Mute your mics. Lulu?
Yes?
Please, darling, mute your mic. You disturb the listen. So, during tornado, you have to close the windows. You have to get under a piece of furniture like table, like under the bed. Also, you have to leave your mobile home. As we said, a mobile home is the home that we can live in, as a car, as the van and something, because the wind, the very fast wind can throw this mobile cars away. You have to stay away from the fallen power line. If there is a power line, they are fallen, or maybe there is trees or anything that maybe fall down. So you have to be away from things that is can be thrown because of the speed wind. So to be safe during tornado, you have to close the windows. You have to stay under any kind of. Let's highlight our lesson today. We will start from yesterday, page 464. 464. 400.
I don't know where is my book.
Now, a tornado is a rapidly spinning column of air. What is tornado? Is a rapidly spinning column of air that touch the ground. So maybe sometimes there is a spinning, but it doesn't touch the ground. It's only up in the sky, so it's okay. It's not tornado. While tornado is a spinning, is a rapidly spinning column of air. We say rapidly, that's why it's not predictable. We can't know when it will happen, but we know the speed of the winds and the direction of the wind, but not for so long time. Now, when it happens, we say it forms when warm, moist air meet cool, and dry air. So let's draw here, please. 1 and 1 here. Warm and moist air. Warm and moist air. Just meet cool and dry air. Now what happened? The warm and moist air raises high, while the cool and dry air, they sink down. And they start swirling, spinning to form a column. Now, also there's a thunderstorm can produce. A tornado has very strong wind. Its speed can reach to 300 miles per hour. So the speed of the wind, 311 miles per hour. Now, a vortex is the area of the tornado in which the air spins very quickly. If you remember, the eye was the column's point, while the vortex is the center, and it's had the strongest point, and the air spins very quickly in a circle. It is similar to the water that ring in the center. We call this the center. The center, it's the vortex, and it has very strong wind. Let's see the next page. Now we said that the tornado is harmful. The wind can be stronger and faster and more powerful than the hurricane. The strong wind of tornado causes huge destructions. Huge destructions. It causes huge destructions. Now, they can destroy large buildings destroy large buildings, and remove trees. They can also throw vehicles or cars or the mobile homes hundreds of meters away. While hurricane can cover hundreds of kilometers of area, tornado can cover hundreds of meters across. So the tornado is smaller than the they said while hurricane can cover hundreds of kilometers, the hurricane tornado only hundreds of meters. So the hurricane is larger than the tornado. So this you can just draw. This is a large spinning air. This is the hurricane, while tornado it's only small circle. So the hurricane can affect hundreds of kilometers, while tornado hundreds of meters only. Alhamdulillah, that hurricane occur over the ocean. So even it is mining only water, it's okay. But the tornado can destroy all the things on the ground, and alhamdulillah, it's only by meters, hundreds of meters. It's not large area. Okay? They say what are the effects of the tornado when it strikes a city. So we highlight here, it causes huge destructions. It can destroy large buildings, remove trees, and also they can also throw vehicles. Let's see the next page. Prediction of tornado. We said it's difficult to forecast. It can form and move quickly. So from the definition, we said it's rapidly spinning column, rapidly, very fast. Maybe it can form and move quickly. Once a tornado is seen, there is a little time to warn people. So a little time, because it's difficult to predict. So you can't predict it will happen the next weekend. You can predict it will happen at night or after the early morning. So we said this is now today meteorologists use an instrument called Doppler radar. They use Doppler radar. It detects the directions and the speed of the tornado and the vortex. Okay, so the speed and the directions. Now, what is the instrument that meteorologists use to forecast tornado? Let me hear from, here is the names. Let me hear from Abdulaziz. What we say the instrument that the meteorologists use to forecast tornado? So I'll choose one of the girls. Let me hear from Haneen. What we call the instrument that the meteorologist uses to forecast the tornadoes. What we call the instrument?
Direction.
Doppler radar. We call this Doppler
Radar.
Now, let's go for a climath and solve this one. I want to ask Abdulrahman, can you help me?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. The wind speed in a tornado range from 63 kilometers to more than 500 kilometers. Okay, here is the tornado. From 39 miles to 311 miles per hour. while the wind speed in a hurricane range from 74 miles until 155 miles per hour. What is the differences in maximum? Look here, we have two words. What the meaning of differences? What the equation must be?
Minus.
Amazing. So I will write here, I will write the answer of apply math, okay? So
Okay.
subtractions, because I have differences. Thank you, Abdulrahman. I want to ask Khulud, what is the maximum wind speed? What is the maximum wind speed of the hurricane? They said it for you here in the problem. What is the maximum speed? Yes, darling.
Teacher,
Who?
teacher,
Who is talking?
me, Rima.
Okay, Rima.
Teacher, we can go in the if hurricane, if tornado comes into our country, we can go to the basement, yes?
Yes, we have to hide in a safe place. Yes, so I will start here. I have the maximum of tornado is 311 miles, while the maximum of the hurricane is 155 miles. 311 and 155. So I have to start with the big number in subtraction. So 311 minus 155. All of you do the just calculate the answer by yourself, and I will try to do it by myself, and I will check who is faster than me. 311 minus 155.
145.
I will check. Wait a minute. I'm not very fast in math. This is 11. This is 0. This is 6.
Teacher,
156.
166.
144.
166.
This will be 10.
156.
150.
This is the answer. Who get it?
Me, Rima.
146.
Yourself. 50. So,
156.
amazing. So 156 mile per hour. Mile per hours. This is the differences between them. So this one is for tornado, while this one for hurricane. That's why we say that the tornado is very strong and stronger than Hanin is out and Lulu is why he went out. So we said that the tornado is faster than the hurricane. Let's see the last page, page 476. I want you to highlight with me with this page. I want to thank, this is your friends. I didn't get anyone from the boys except Zahi. They're trying to do the experiment of the hurricanes. Thanks for Rahma.
Thank you, teacher.
And thanks for Rima.
You're welcome.
The middle of the hurricane is a center of the
It's the eye. Thanks for Basma also. Boys, try it. It's very easy experiment and
Teacher, I will try it today.
okay. So let's highlight this page. I have a lot of videos I want to show you also.
Teacher, I did one.
Yes, one of you, but it's not the same experiment. So I will show you after this one.
Teacher,
Tornado safety. Yes, darling.
I did it. Teacher, I did it. And it
Okay.
worked.
Yeah, send it to me, please, a video. So I will share your video.
Okay.
So tornado safety, you have to close the window and you have to go to the basement or indoor or a safe place. You have to get under a piece of furniture as a table that I show you or under the bed. Leave the mobile homes like caravans and cars and go for a shelter or low-lying area. Lay flat. So don't go for high places like when it's floods. When the flood, you have to go for a high ground. Now here you have to stay in a flat area. Stay away from fallen power lines. And if there's damaged area, you have to be away from that. Why it's important to stay away from high building during tornado? Because tornado is a swirling wind, and maybe the high building during a tornado because can blow out windows and destroy large buildings. Because tornado can damage or destroy buildings and also can blow out windows. And also don't forget sometimes
in and you forget to write the D.
yes. So make sometimes also the furniture of the home that it's in the yard or they are not fixed, maybe they will be blew out. So you have to take care but you can't predict it and you cannot let it inside the home like the hurricane, but you have to be away from this. I want to show you this is all for today. I want to show you the other videos for your friends. This is Lulu. She tried to do an experiment how the eye of the hurricane is the calmest point. And also Ranim tried to show us the blizzard, the snow storm. We are going to talk about this later. You can see all these videos on Instagram. And she tried to do the tornado again in another way, not by glitters. Look how the tornado.
Teacher.
Thanks for your attendance.
Teacher.